Hello and welcome back to Sports Gusto. In this video, we are going to talk about how football tricked us 6 times. So let's get started. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Over the years, we have seen a lot of mind-wrecking instances in soccer that have tricked us all. However, it seems that these incidents slipped from many of the soccer fans. The thoughts can play tricks. Let's rewind back to the old times. Do you remember the incredible openings of the 2002 World Cup? Well, that's when Brazilian legend Ronaldo emerged, amazed the world with his weird haircut. To be honest, the haircut itself wasn't a fever dream. To add on to that, the timing was bizarre as well. It wasn't until deep into the knockout stages with Brazil when he gave his brand new debut. That's when Brazil was getting ready for a very last match against Turkey. It was such a feat. It's difficult to pinpoint the motives, but nevertheless, it is something some soccer enthusiasts have admitted to being baffled about. Now let us dive deep into this, shall we? Number 1. Ronaldo's haircut. Ronaldo's goal-scoring shape and obvious sharpness in that length made him a perfect choice for the Seleção. Even though his health remained a subject of discussion, was his haircut. Ronaldo said to ESPN Brazil, "My groin started hurting going into the World Cup. I became best at 60%, so I shaved my head. Everybody became the best speak me about my harm. When I arrived at school with this haircut, each person stopped speak me about the harm." Number 2. Spice Boys. Let's take you back to the late 1990s. This was the time when we witnessed many incredible talents at the FA Cup final at Wembley. Surely it cannot be forgotten, right? Especially the ones that caught millions of people's eyes are Liverpool's players. Their attire of cream suits has awed us all. We must admit that Spice Boys were completely bonkers considering how the Spice Girls were dominating the charts. Number 3. Fabrizio Ravanelli in England. Don't worry, guys. This isn't us telling you Fabrizio Ravanelli was never known as the White Feather. While this might still sound confusing, remember Derby signing Ravanelli? It may surprise you to know he played more games for the Rams than for his previous English club. Yes, you heard that right. 53 games for Derby compared to just 50 in the Middlesbrough shirt. Not to forget he scored twice as many goals for Middlesbrough. Number 4. Young Fish Costa Fortune. Young Fish Costa Fortune is up there with one size fits all and can be said as the most often footballing phrase that rolls off the tongue. When Charlton Athletic signed Portuguese defender Jorge Costa in 2001, it set them up for that immortal defensive line. Luke Young had joined them from Tottenham Hotspur over the summer, while South African international Mark Fish had been there since 2000, and academy talent John Fortune was establishing himself in the first team. Chris Powell was the Addicks' starting left back at the time, and with Paul Konchensky in for the pair he missed Coasta games. To be honest, he is a famous quartet who only played a handful of games in the same 9. He either played in a back 5 or with one of the center backs slotting into midfield on those occasions and were never a back 4. Young Fish Costa Powell doesn't have the same ring to it though. Number 5. Quickly, Kevin. The commentary from Brian Moore in 1998 has gone down in memory, so much so that it has even spawned a podcast of the same name. Except, as it turns out, memory isn't always memory. We all know how it went. During England's penalty shootout against Argentina at the 1998 World Cup, with David Batty running up to the spot, Brian Moore turned to Kevin Keegan and asked, "Quickly, Kevin, will he score?" Well, not quite. Keegan did indeed back Batty to score wrongly, as we all know, but the approach wasn't quite the same. Now you know him better than anybody. Do you back him to score? Quickly, yes or no? Doesn't have the same ring to it, in fairness. Number 6. Dennis Law relegated Man UTD. The story you've heard is probably the simple one. Dennis Law is a European Cup winner with Manchester United in 1968. He scored the goal which relegated them 6 years later. While some of the components are accurate, Law did score against United in May 1974 and he did refuse to celebrate. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.